is 7:40 in the morning time on this Saturday morning, May 26, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Channel Saturday morning news on this Saturday morning, May 26, 2018. Good morning to you all this lovely Saturday morning, May 26, 2018. It is 7:41 in the morning time, and it's 70 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel Morning News at 19 minutes to 8 is two North Korean diplomats beyond U.S. summit back and forth. President Trump reaches deal with China to lift sanctions on Chinese tech giant ZTE despite blowback from Democrats and the GOP. In Indiana, suspect wounds teacher, fellow student in the 23rd school shooting in 2018. USC President C.L. Max Nikias stepped down amid gynecologist scandal. Public health donations to self-described NRA sellout amid boycott died in protest by David Ogg. Donald Trump lawyer Michael Cohen met with Russian oligarchs in Trump Tower days before inauguration, according to the report. Trump administration reached 15,000 additional H-2B visas available. Editors noted there's no loved one Trump loves more than Vladimir Putin. Communist leaders said Iraq is to decide who controls Iraq, nobody else. Women who fought to lift the women's driver ban in Saudi Arabia are getting arrested. Powerful cyclone launched on the Arabian Peninsula, killing at least 3. Fiat Chrysler recalls 4.8 million U.S. vehicles for cruise control defect. T-Mobile says that our lobbying firms tied to former Trump aide Corey Lewandowski. OPEC sends oil prices crashing. In local news from the Edinburgh Sun Chronicle, at the Nonai School Memorial Day gathering yesterday, veterans Edward Brock and Raymond Jackson were honored. North Edinburgh father held in jail facing child abuse charges. Officials reviewed plans for next Marty Park truck in downtown Mansfield. North Edinburgh plans on sending out initial tax bills based on override. Alleged drunken drivers charged after 2 crashes in North Edinburgh. Only a handful of birds survived the dinosaur killing asteroid. Now scientists have worked out why. Fascinating canyons and mountain ranges discovered in Antarctica. NASA remotely hacks Curiosity's rock drill. Traces of opioids found in Seattle area mussels. Hepatitis A outbreak confirmed in Nashville, and FDA warns against the so-called sunscreen bill. Peter Chill News Time. 7:44 on this Saturday morning. Time now for a sports report. The Boston Celtics fall to the Cleveland Cavaliers last night in game number 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. 109-99 in Cleveland, which means it'll be a winner-take-all game 7 tomorrow night at the Garden for a chance to move on to the NBA Finals. UFC released an official statement on Nick Diaz's domestic violence charges. Why the NFL devaluing safeties and the Boston Red Sox defeated the Atlanta Braves last night 6-2. Today, Red Sox and the Braves go at it at 1:05 p.m. at Fenway Park. And last night, the Norton Lancers played Acton Boxburg Colonials 8-0, and the Norton Lancers girls lacrosse team defeated Dedham 8-6. Peter Children's time is 7:45 on this Saturday morning, and it is time now for a Peter Channel traffic transit check. Baby! Let's study off on the MBTA, where the shuttle bus will place the launch line service between Jackson Square and Forest Hills this weekend, May 26th and 27th, due to track work. Normal train service will operate on the Fitchburg line this weekend, May 26th to 7 all times to the Wing to from North Station. Weekend train service from now to June 17th will be placed by free bus shuttles between Worcester and Framingham to the installation of positive train control. This weekend, low line service on board pedestrian to place by the free bus shuttle connecting passengers to the station of the Orange Line. And Rockford train 11:07 a.m. inbound is operating 10-15 minutes late between Manchester and North Station due to mechanical issue, and the ferries, they are looking good. Okay, look at the Dowers and Bowies in New England on this Saturday morning. In Rhode Island, 146 at the northbound side, the Little Soldiers around Route Selzer Road in North Smithfield, Rhode Island. 195 at the southbound side, slow from Route 1 in Plainville area to Route 95 in the Foxborough, Mansfield area. 130 eastbound side, Little Sword in the Jamestown area. Out in the Cape, Bourne Bridge on the southbound side, Little Sword one way on the northbound side, a little slow. Sagamore Bridge looking good. Route 6 is looking good from Sagamore down to Orleans. Out in the southeast of Massachusetts, it's looking good. In the Boston vicinity, Mass Pike westbound side, little slow around the Logan Airport area. 93 to both ends of downtown Boston is a little slow around in the Mass Pike out in Boston. 120 at the northbound side, it is a little slow around Route 2A in Lexington. 391 at the northbound side, a little slow on Holyoke Stretch. Connecticut highways are looking good. And Vermont, Interstate 89, southbound side, a little slow just around the Canadian border in Vermont and Highway 50 on the northbound side, so south back headed towards Montreal. Peter Childrew's time is 7:47 on this Saturday morning. Time now for a weather report, and it is another beautiful start to your morning in southern New England. Clear blue skies, a little humid, but a perfect start to your morning in southern New England. While up in northern New England, we're seeing some clouds coming in much of Vermont, New Hampshire, to Maine, and some rain showers off Wells, Maine, and off the Maine coast, and raining around Rockland, Maine, and raining from Ellsworth, Maine, all the way through New Brunswick, and rain showers down East Maine, and rain showers of northern portions of New Hampshire, and south of Burlington, Vermont, and rain showers of the northeast of Vermont, down from southern Quebec, and stretching all the way down to western Quebec, and raining around southern New Brunswick, down in central and eastern portions of Nova Scotia. Take a look at the temperature spread around the region. It is in the 60s, the 70s, and much of 70 with a 56-degree reading in Pittsfield, 53 in North Adams, and 59 in Nantucket. And it is in the 50s, the 60s in Albany with a 70-degree reading in Nashville, New Hampshire, 72 in Manchester, New Hampshire, and 25 in Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Okay. Right now, not in 70 degrees, I touch you humidity 83%, 2.65 degrees by around towards 75 inches as rises slow, winds west northwest at 2 miles an hour. Okay, the latest advisory on subtropical storm Alberto. 20.9 to the north, 85.1 in the west, max the same winds 40 miles an hour, movement north at 9 miles an hour. Alberto moving northward toward the southeast Gulf of Mexico with heavy rainfall expected to affect western Cuba, Florida, and the northeastern Gulf Coast by the weekend. The government of Mexico has discontinued the tropical storm watch for the Yucatan Peninsula. A storm surge watch in effect for the Horseshoe Bay, Florida, to the mouth of Mississippi River. A tropical storm watch in effect for Cuban province of Pinar del Rio, Indian Pass, Florida, Gredal, Louisiana, and Lake Punch Drain and Lake Marapass. A storm surge watch means that it possibly a life-threatening inundation from reservoir moving inland from the coastline and inundated location in the next 40 hours. A tropical watch means that there's tropical conditions are possible to watch in Cuba in this case within the next 24 hours. A tropical watch means that the tropical conditions are possible to the United States portions of the watch area within the 40 hours. And for observation specific area in the United States, including possible inland watches and wardens, please monitor product received by local International Weather Service Forecast Office. For storm information specific area outside the United States, please monitor product received by National Meteorological Service. At 7 a.m., the center subtropical storm Alberta was located in latitude 20.9 in the north, latitude 85.1 in the west. The storm is moving toward the north near 9 miles an hour, a northward and northeastward. Most are expected today, followed by a turn to the northwest and southern day. The forecast track, they sort of Alberta is expected to move Near to the western tip of Cuba today, tracking across the eastern Gulf of Mexico on Saturday night, but Monday and approach to the northern Gulf Coast of the watch area Monday night, and match the same wind near 40 miles an hour with higher gusts. Gradual straightly is forecasted to the system reaches the northern Gulf Coast by Monday night. Winds of 40 miles an hour, extend outward up to 140 miles, basically to the east of the center. Estimated central pressure based on the data from the NOAA buoy is 1,005 millbars, right at 68 inches. Alberta is expected to produce total rate accumulation of 10-15 inches and a total of 25 inches across the western Cuba that is rated to produce light fretted and flash floods and mudslides, rainfall, accumulation of 3 to 7 inches with maximum amounts of 10 inches and possible across the Florida Keys and south and southwestern Florida. Heavy rain will be locked the weekend to affect the central Gulf Coast region and the southeastern United States later this weekend and continue the yearly next week. Flood potential will increase across this week and generally next week as Alberta is forecasted to slow down after it moves inland. Tropical conditions are possible in the watch area Cuba today. Tropical conditions are possible within the United States watch area beginning on Sunday. The combination of storm surge and tide will cause northerly dry areas near the coast to be flooded by reservoirs moving inland from the shoreline. The water could reach the far above ground somewhere in the indicated areas that the peak surge occurs at a time of high tide. Horseshoe Beach to the mouth from Mississippi River 2 to 4 feet. The deepest water will occur along the immediate coast. Surge really flooded. It depends on the relative time of the surge and then tidal cyclone and can vary greatly with short distances and for information for the area. Please see modernization by the local National Weather Service forecast office at 22 occur to Florida Keys and parts of southwestern Florida this evening and tonight. Swells generally by Alberta are affected portions of the coast of the Peninsula and western Cuba. These swells are likely to cause surfing recurrent conditions and as the surfing conditions are likely to develop along much of the central and northeastern U.S. Gulf Coast throughout the weekend. For more information, consult products by the local weather office. We got an air quality alert. It's from this morning to 11 p.m. this evening. The Massachusetts Department of Environmental Action and Air Quality Action Day for ground level ozone in effect from 11 this morning to 11 p.m. this evening. Air Quality Action Day means that ground level ozone concentration within reach may approach or exceed unhealthy standards. Okay, looking at the forecast goes like this. For today, increased skies with a high near 89 degrees, west about 5 to 8 miles an hour tonight, 8 inches of showers and thunderstorms may after midnight. As the fog up to 1 a.m. west, clouds got about 54 degrees, northeast about 5 to 7 miles an hour, just pitches 140%. New rain amounts less than 10 minutes possible, high amounts possible thunderstorms for Sunday. Church showers may have the fog before 7 a.m. Then patch fog up to 9 a.m. west. Clouds got about 39 degrees and northeast about 8 to 10 miles and just pitches 40%. New response between tech wind is possible for Sunday night. 8 chance of showers, thunderstorms possible at 2 a.m. Patch fog before 9 p.m. Then there is a fog up to 10 p.m. west. Clouds got about 51 degrees and northeast about 5 to 8 miles an hour, just pitches 40%. New response of less than 10 minutes possible, high amounts possible thunderstorms for Memorial Day. Mostly clouds can have about 69 and low about 56, north for about 5 miles an hour coming in the morning. Tuesday, mostly sunny, mostly clouds about 83, about 34 degrees. For Wednesday, sunny, mostly clouds have about 82, about 52 degrees. For Thursday, patch fog wise, partly sunny in the most clouds, about 77, about 57 degrees. And for Friday, chance of showers, clouds about 75 degrees and anticipation 40%. And that's it for the Peter Channel Morning News. Saturday morning news on the Saturday morning, May 26, 2018. I'm Peter J. Whistle. You have a good morning and a good presentation. I hope you all have a good day.